What's up, idols? It's Cece Listen 3. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I once had a Korean guy tell me to cheat on my Korean boyfriend. If you're newer here, you may not remember this story, but if you've been here a while, you might remember one of my earliest dating in Korea story times where back in 2018, I went on a Tinder date to see Black Panther. And let me tell you, this guy was so freaking cute. He was so my type and he was tanned and everything. But something about him was off. He started going on and on about how when he was a teenager, he hooked up with his teacher. And to this day, she still hits him up. And she threatens to hurt herself if she doesn't hear from him. Yeah, we pretty much stopped talking after that, and a few months went by. I didn't have a YouTube channel when we met up in February to see Black Panther. I started my channel a few months later in May of 2018. So when summer of 2018 had rolled by, I had a boyfriend and we were doing some vlogs together. This guy saw those vlogs. He then decided to message me and told me I should cheat on my boyfriend.
What the? He needs some milk.
After he went back to the States to finish his studies, he said because I'm young and I'm hot and I have needs, it's not cheating and it's okay. This is just the tip of the iceberg to the mental that is the man over there. And we're gonna get into all of that in this video. All about how Korean men will treat you as their girlfriend, how they will really treat you as their girlfriend. The reason I wanna talk about this now is because a new year just started. 2026, we're 2 months in.
Barely.
I was actually chatting with some of my patrons on Patreon, and a lot of you guys have trips coming up to Korea this year. We out here, we moving, we traveling. And this just feels like very useful, relevant information, and I thought it would be a good topic of discussion today. By the way, if you missed it, please check out my latest story time I uploaded on Thursday, because it's actually a good story with some twists where the relationship between a foreign woman and a Korean man actually worked out. And I know you guys tend to gravitate towards the more negative and drama-filled story times, but this is a really good one. Please give this one a chance because it's so good. There's also some extra tea from that story time that is exclusively on Patreon. I had been with him for nearly 10 years of my life when suddenly I found out not only was there another woman, but she was pregnant by him. Struggling with my own fertility issues really made me feel that punch directly to my gut. My friends knew I needed a pick-me-up. I needed something to excite me, to heal me, to help me get over the betrayal and the heartbreak. This is why we finally decided to take a trip to Korea. Unfortunately, we only managed to go for 10 days, but we definitely did a lot in those 10 days. It was me and 2 of my friends for 10 days, and it was all of our first times in Korea. When we landed, we had no time to waste. We ate everything that looked delicious, we bought whatever we thought looked good, and we did whatever we wanted. That included spending all night in the club. I'm not joking. The first night we went out, we stayed out until the club closed at 9 a.m. and we didn't sleep until later that afternoon. And when we woke up just in time to do it all over again the next day. And this is the night that I want to tell you about when shit got wild. Don't get me wrong, the first night was wild, but this one was wild with a man. It's spicy.
Well, that's very spicy. Well, it's so good. Whew.
Do me a favor and leave a comment on this video that says for the watch, leave a like, help engage and interact with this video because we're about to get into a lot. Dating in Korea for anyone is a war of extremes, but it's especially more difficult when you are a foreigner. It goes from perfection to heartbreak in an instant. Some situationships are pure bliss and they're good until they're not. Some are pure hell and then it's just over. In Korea, you get whiplash. Espa?
One look, give 'em whiplash. Beat drop with a big flash.
They seem so into you, so kind, so sweet at first. Then suddenly they block you and ghost you.
He's a phantom.
I'm talking great banter, great chemistry, plans for a second date, and then you're blocked before that second date can happen. There is no second date. But one of the things I really need y'all to understand, and hopefully you take away from this video, is ghosting is like the default, so please do not take it personally. It's like the most common and normal way to break up with someone or end a situationship. It's not fair, it's not responsible or respectful, but it is what it is, c'est la vie. And this goes for anyone, male or female. There's not like a Korean dude thing. Korean women will ghost you too and break your heart. I don't want to dig too into stereotypes here, but Korea is a very polite society. Though they are blunt, they don't like confrontation. You know how in the West, when you like someone, you might play a game where you don't want to respond back to their call or their text because you don't want to seem too desperate. In Korea, if they like you, they will hit you up. They will blow you up. That's how you know it's real. And I always hated that personally. Like, if you respond to me in a timely manner, I'm going to respond to you in a timely manner. If you're going to blow me off and take your time, I'm going to blow you off and take my time. I match the energy I am given. Ghosting is a plague in many, many countries. This is not exclusive to Korea by no means. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it does seem like mostly on a global scale, the way you end a relationship is through communication, a verbal discussion. I hope I'm still right about that. It would be a shame if ghosting became the norm to end a relationship globally. That just became the standard. That would be tragic. So sadly, ghosting is something you should get used to, but please do not take it seriously. I need to close this window because I look like Casper. How do I look so white? Oh my God. My winter hue is setting in. I need a tan. I closed the window and I still look like Casper. This is the sad thing about winter, when I start to blend in with my surroundings and when my surroundings are a white wall. Anyway, in matters of ghosting, one thing that I have always found funny in my experience is, yeah, they'll ghost you, but then they always try to come back. And that's when you need to either ghost them back or hit them with a, who are you? Humble them, queen.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
They are always outraged when you don't remember them. By the way, if any of this is relatable or if you've heard similar things, please let me know in the comments. I'm curious, because it can't be just me. Speaking of something I'm sure a lot of you guys have experience with, love bombing. You need to get used to that. They will match you on a dating app Friday and then Friday night tell you they love you. They use the word love like we use the word like. Please don't take that word to heart. Please don't. I know in the K-dramas, it's a big deal when you get hit with the 사랑해, 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 사랑해요, 안녕하세요, 사랑해. But this ain't that. Once you make it to the pinnacle 100th day mark, that's when you can start to maybe see some seriousness in that word. A lot of people say anything less than the 100 days was never anything serious to begin with. We all know people tend to tell other people what they think they want to hear so they can get what they want from you. Men and women do that, okay? And yeah, in Korea, it's no different. They say they love you, you think it's real, so you give them booty, and then they ghost you after they get the booty, or they only hit you up when they want booty. Now, this next thing is far from unique to South Korea. Again, it's just one of those things where I want you to know it happens in Korea too. We have all met men who will try to entertain you romantically while they have a whole wife, a girlfriend, some kids. In Korea, they will cheat on their partner with a foreigner. It is literally Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They are so good at seeming sincere and sweet and genuine, gentlemanly and romantic. And a lot of it is because of K-pop and the K-drama perception or deception. Foreigners go to Korea with certain expectations, but K-dramas are not real. And I can understand how, you know, dating in your hometown, your home country, what you're used to, if it's just not working for you and you want something different, you want something romantic and sweet and sincere, and then you watch these K-dramas and you want that for your real life and you expect that moving to Korea will get you that in real life, it's a trap, dog. You need to let go of that innocent, pure, sweet, and honest assumption. So yes, enter the naive foreigner. Every year, there are more and more foreigners interested in moving to Korea, living in Korea, working in Korea, and Korean people know this. The thing is, they know you like K-pop and K-dramas, that's why you're here. They know you're interested in Korean culture, so they can take advantage of that. Feed into the fantasy. Can you imagine how easy it would be to cheat on your spouse with a foreigner who is not from this country? Someone who does not speak your language. Someone who knows zero people here. So there is zero chance of them running into someone from your personal private inner circle or being able to get any information from them about you. As a foreigner, you're going on a date with pure intentions. Everything you've just seen in K-dramas and K-pop and everything the Korean media tells you about how innocent and wholesome these people are. And you want to believe it because why wouldn't you? And you have to be reliant on them to be honest with you because they speak Korean and you don't. This is their home country, not yours. Like, imagine you're having dinner with a guy. He seems great, right? His phone rings. He's talking to his wife in Korean and you're none the wiser because they're speaking Korean. He can just lie right in front of you and say he's not on a date with a woman to his wife and you'll never know. This is one of the many reasons I will always encourage you guys to learn Korean. Because yes, while a lot of Korean people can get by with some degree of English, you shouldn't rely on that. 한국에서 너의 삶이 더 편해질 거예요. 진짜로. 알았어? Fighting. It's a great thing in general to learn other languages. And don't worry, I'm not about to like insert some sort of language studying sponsorship here. But it's not a flex to only speak English and expect other people to speak English too, especially when you're traveling. You miss out on a lot of great opportunities in life. I would suggest you seriously take interest in getting better at foreign languages. Debiterá más fotos de cuando te tuve, debítate más besos y abrazo la vez que pude. I'm sorry, Super Bowl was last night. My team wasn't there, but I still watched. But anyway, yeah, the same way some foreigners get excited about dating Korean men, Some Korean men get excited about dating foreigners. Life commitments, responsibilities, and obligations be damned. Koreans work so much. Like, they're just one of the most overworked nations on the planet. And sometimes they just need or want something exciting and different that's not copy and paste. Like Suga said, Control C, Control V. They need an escape, something like what we talked about in this video, because we've been covering this topic a lot lately, because y'all got questions and I'm trying to give y'all some answers. By the way, I am in no means defending this. I'm just trying to understand another person's point of view. I'm not a Korean man. I could be completely wrong here, and I probably am. Korean people have always found means to cheat. You have love motels, noretels, DVD bongs, hotel, motel, holiday inn. Add foreign people to the mix and it gets so much easier to cheat. Easier to take advantage of that stereotype and those assumptions foreigners have when they go to Korea. Easier to take advantage of the language barrier. Another thing I really want to talk about before people go to Korea and date in Korea and stuff is, sadly, you need to understand your looks matter so much more in Korea. Again, a lot of this stuff is not unique to Korea, but I feel like a lot of it is amplified in Korea. Take what you're used to and multiply it tenfold. We all know pretty privilege is a thing in life. You get certain advantages, you get hired over other people, you get favoritism just in general by strangers in the public. That's why there are so many places to get plastic surgery in Korea, specifically Seoul. That's why the skincare game in Korea is revolutionary. It's on point. There's so much makeup to indulge in on every corner. But while dating in Korea, I felt like I was very rarely asked about my interests, my hobbies, my education, my goals and wants in life. It's all incredibly superficial. They'll just comment about your appearance, your body, your style, your face, and you gotta get used to that. I mean, I suppose it is hard to get to know someone on a deeper level when you barely can understand and communicate with each other. I mean, certain activities that they desire require little to no verbal communication whatsoever. There's been times where I'm on a date, right, in Korea, and they'll ask me, what do you like? And I'm yapping away thinking he's listening, thinking he cares, and thinking he's interested. And then he'll just cut me off and call me cute. Dude wasn't even listening. And sure, you can argue that that's sweet and, oh, he was just distracted by your looks, but that's rude. It just makes your whole existence, your personality seem so trivial when they only care about what you look like. Like you're not worth getting to know. Looks fade. I need you to like me. And unless you plan to be there long term and commit to learning the language and assimilating to the culture, it's never going to be anything more than just a fun little fling. And if that's what you want, congratulations, that'll be easy for you. They may commit to a long-term relationship, but rest assured they will be having fun while you're away. They'll be building their proper family. Anyway, I hope that the main thing you take away from this video is not to have any special expectations. Let go of all those assumptions and stereotypes. You also have to be patient. You have to wade through a lot of murky water to get to paradise. Don't let their bad behavior slide and write it off as like a cultural difference. Not communicating and being dishonest about your intentions, that is not Korean culture. That is not a cultural difference, but you will hear that it is. Don't get gaslit. That's not normal. That's not respectful. That's not a cultural difference. That's fuckboy. And some people will demonize dating apps like, well, what do you expect? It's used for hookups. Oh, it's your fault. People there only have bad intentions. You met him on Tinder. What did you expect? I know foreigners who've gotten married from Tinder dates and have kids now, and they're happy. You can meet someone through a more respectable means. You know, my friend knows this great guy. I went on a blind date. It was a work meetup, and you'll still get cheated on. You can still catch an STI, get a meet the devil. It is no difference. It's all same. There is no one way that is better or worse to meeting someone. As you guys have heard for the last 2 to 3 years on this channel, since we've been doing story times that you guys have sent in, we've heard a lot, okay? Some good and some bad. Obviously, of course, there are men out there that will treat you like an absolute princess. They will respect you and make you feel like you're living a romantic real-life K-drama. But you shouldn't expect that. There are also some men out there that will treat you like you don't matter. You're just their toy, their plaything until they get bored with you or the game is over.
I forgot. You're broken. I don't want to play with you anymore.
A lot of encounters are superficial and shallow, selfish and dishonest in nature. I don't know what's in the waters of Korea, but they are so good at this double life villain arc. That is something I will never get over. But like I said, with cultural differences and language barriers and you being in a whole new land, starting a new life, it's easier to hide who they are and hide things from you. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. And if you have a story you'd like to send to me, email me at cclesson3@yahoo.com. As long as I've had my YouTube channel, I've never told anyone they should not go to Korea. I've always said, you need to go experience it for yourself. Do not let me or my words or anybody else's words make you feel one way or the other. It's all about giving you some good stuff, some bad stuff, some real stuff. I think you should all go. Everyone should go and experience it. Through the dozens of thousands I've talked to about Korea at this point, only one that I know personally has said, I went to Korea and I hated it. I'm never going back. Everybody else who I've ever talked to about Korea, they plan to go back again. They plan to move. They plan to visit frequently. They go every year. So there's some good there, guys. It's fun. See for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong.